Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a Sims 4 speed build. It's the first one on this channel. It's super exciting, and I'm doing a Halloween themed restaurant. So it's gonna look like a haunted house, and it's gonna be super cool. And this is just my first time doing a voiceover like this, so please excuse me if it's kind of awkward. But anyways, this will be quite a long video, so make sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy. And right now I am actually just making my first building idea, but then it doesn't really work out. Like, I don't really like the building, so I literally just bulldozed it. And it's because I had like a certain idea with towers going up from the front of the building, and I didn't really like what I was doing before, so now I am doing this right here with these two towers on the side, and like I'm gonna have like a super pointy roof on the top and things like that. And I wanted to make this building like a little bit tall, like, large that way, but like a little bit small on the inside, but like big at the same time. And I'm not really that skilled in building. Like, you could see I just tried to put stairs there and there was no door. Like, I did not know that you had to have a door to put stairs. Things like that. Like building, I like it, but I have to be like in the mood to do it. And it's just building. Like, sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not. So, but I just think that I did good on this build. And right now I'm just putting in some lights, and I know they're ugly lights. Like, not ugly lights, but just, no, I would not use these lights in this build. That's just there so I can see during the build and have light while I'm putting in all of the furniture and features and other type of things. So that's why I put those big, huge lights in there. I don't know how you would even use those lights if, like, in a real build, because they go all the way down to the floor. Like, you have to have a higher wall or something. I'm not sure. But here I'm putting on the roofs, and I know that I should probably like have waited until I was done, but I just really wanted to get that like haunted house look in there so I could like get in the mood of doing this. And right now I'm choosing a door, and I want to have like a black theme and have it be more sort of haunted than necessarily Halloween. But I still have a lot of stuff like Halloween and fall accents inside, which makes it really cool. And I think it's a restaurant that I would honestly go to all year round, even if it wasn't Halloween. And yeah, I was not gonna have like a front deck at first. I was gonna have like a back deck, but then I started doing a front deck, and I'm like, this actually looks kind of cool. So I just had to do it. And a lot of the black wood flooring looks the same. It's just like the boards are different. So that's it. There's not much variety for black flooring in The Sims. And then I did not know what to do with this little space because, like, without the move objects cheat on, you couldn't really place the chairs and the table where I really wanted it in that little room, like little tower room. So I kind of had to put on the cheats thing later on to try and get exactly where I wanted it. And I'm just putting lights in here. I put a light at the top of the tower, and then some wall lights. And that's what I'm doing right now. So, I'm not really sure what to talk about here when I'm like not really doing that much exciting stuff. But see, okay, here now I'm putting on the move objects cheat, and I'm putting in some windows, and they kind of look like church windows, but it kind of gives it that old like haunted feel, if you know what I mean. Like, those types of windows just give it like that old house vibe. And I'm just changing the color of the curtains, and yeah, I just decided to copy the room instead of taking all that time and then just like moving a few of the features around. Uh, yeah. So after those rooms, I'm not exactly sure what I do. Oh yeah, I do outside in the house, so here we are. And I did not know if I want to keep the deck, like that at first, but then like I pretty quickly decided that I wanted to do like those columns and have, you know, like all the, I'm not sure what they're called, eaves? No, that's like the, okay, like the things that are in between them, in between the columns, and to like cover it up and make it like a covered front deck. That's what I want to do there. And I'm just choosing the connectors that look the best. I mean, there wasn't much connectors that matched the color of those columns, so I had to like, I could only work with a limited amount of stuff. And see, like, I couldn't put the table where I wanted, so I had to put the sheets back on, and because this is actually a different day. Like, I recorded a lot of this, I think, throughout 3 days. 3 to 4 days, I think I recorded this, like the actual building part. This might be the 4th day that I'm recording this whole video, like with the voiceover and stuff. And now I'm just making the kitchen area, like at least the walls and stuff. I'm just putting in some lights in there so I can have some light while I build. And I'm not going to keep those lights because they're way too harsh for like the haunted dark vibes I want for this. Because, I mean, it's Halloween, so, you know, we can't have that bright of lights. And I just put a kitchen door in, and then I'm putting up some stairs because I knew that I wanted a second floor, but I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to do it. I wanted to kind of have like a overlook, so like you could like overlook from the second floor down to the bottom floor, but I wasn't exactly sure how to do that well in, you know, like the limited amount of time. Like I didn't want to make this build go on forever and ever, but here again we are with a 40-minute video, which again I'm sorry about, but I feel like I'm talking way too fast already as it is, trying to get through all this. But yeah, so just sit back, relax, and hopefully you already are with this video. And now I'm just doing the kitchen. So yeah, I wanted to have 2 chefs for this restaurant, but I could not get a chef station in, like 2 of them in how I really wanted it, so there's really only going to be 1 chef for this whole restaurant, which I feel kind of bad for him or her if they're, I actually, wait, I think I hired a male, so yeah, I feel bad for him. So, but it's like the stations could not fit together very well. I wish they had like a different style station besides like just 2. You know, I don't know. But here I'm just putting in like all the gray stuff and like, you know, making it more like a Halloween type thing. I know the Halloween colors, like there's a lot of orange and black, but I was kind of going for more like more black here, more, and then like I put in orangish fall accents later. And yeah, see, I wanted to put in another chef station, but it just was not working because I really wanted to have that little shelf there, because it's like, why would you not have that shelf in like a kitchen? And I'm just trying to see if this would work, but it just did not look right because I did not want this to be like a fast food or like bistro sort of thing. I just did not want it to be like that. And so I'm just picking some flooring now, and the wallpaper. Lots of people say this, that wallpaper or bricks, or I don't know if that's wallpaper or what. That looks like prison, but I kind of like it in the kitchen. I put some lights in, and they're a little bit harsh. They're not super dark, but it needs to be a little bit lighter in the kitchen so that, you know, the chef can see and all the things like that. And I want to put in a fireplace or like some little area for like, you know, the workers to sit down and like get a break for like 5 or 10 minutes, or like however long they have a break, or like their own lunch break or dinner break. You know, they gotta have their own little spot, even if it's just super small. Then I want to put in some cobwebs, and so like they could have some cloth cobwebs for decoration. You know, it's, they gotta have the kitchen be a little bit festive for the chef. The chef has to have a little bit of fun. And now I'm going out here and I'm making the hostess area. No, actually, I added some pumpkin lights outside to the deck, and I put in some stairs. And see, there's no door there now, but I think like it, like you just have to have something there for the stairs to necessarily go to. That's why I couldn't place the stairs way before we started the build. And okay, I'm going upstairs now, trying to make like the balcony overlook, and it did not work out very well. Like I was having really trouble, like real trouble trying to do this because the kitchen was right over it, like right below where I kind of wanted to have like an opening, look overlooking. Then you'd just be overlooking the kitchen, and then I couldn't get the lighting very well in there. So like without having wall lights. So I tried to do this as best as I could, and I failed a lot of times, but I actually got it somewhat good and in the final product, and it's I actually like really like it, and I just realized I'm probably saying like a lot, like way too much. But anyways, see now like something happened with flooring where like you can see right down to the kitchen through there, and so like the lights wouldn't make sense, but I just left it and then I was gonna like come back to it later. Or actually no, I'm doing it right now. Okay, it's kinda hard to remember what I did with this build until I watch this over again. Like it's hard to remember what I did step by step. And I had to do like this little thing up here on this on the roof to kind of fix it, and then I just was deleting the excess walls and ceiling and stuff. And now what am I doing? Okay, now I'm doing the flooring, and I had to put in more of those big lights upstairs and just get some lighting in so I can see what I'm building. And I'm trying to choose some walls, and I had a difficult time choosing what types of walls to do, but I ended up just going with the plain old black. And then I felt like it was too much black, like black, 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 like it's supposed to be Halloween, not black or everything. So later on, I changed the flooring, I think. And right now, I'm just doing the hostess stations. And I want to kind of have it be like a front desk, not necessarily just like a little hostess station. Like I want to have it be like a little front desk area. So I was trying to make the desk a little bit longer, but I decided to just keep it with like one counter space. And I wanted another little counter back there to make it seem more enclosed, but then I just put a waiter station back there because I need one of those, at least one of them, in what better place to put it. And so I kind of wanted two hostess stations, and I actually did put one in later. Now I think I'm trying to see if I can make the balcony area bigger, but I ended up not keeping that. Yeah, so what is next here? I think. Okay, yeah, I think I was trying to change some of the walls because I did not like how much black there was, but I just ended up switching the flooring. See, I'm switching the flooring right now and ended up keeping this flooring, which I think actually suits it pretty well. And I kept the black wooden flooring in the little tower area because I wanted at least a little bit of black flooring somewhere. Thought that was a perfect place to put them. So I just wanted to leave a light so I could build a bathroom. And since there wasn't enough room to make like a big stall bathroom for the girls and the boys, I just decided to make like a single stall, one person bathroom for both the men and the women. So I think this is the women bathroom that I'm making, and they're both pretty much the same thing except for the color of a painting on the wall. So the bathrooms are just at the two back corners, like nothing overly special. And I just decided to put a wall like kind of dividing the toilet from the door because in case somebody like walks in on each other by accident, I thought that the like to avoid the Sims from getting the embarrassment, but I thought that putting a little wall there would be good. And what else am I doing now? Okay, I'm choosing the door, and I decided to go with the Queen's door. And then I'm putting like that little bathroom symbol right there. And I wanted to have like a little direction on like where to go for the bathrooms, but that just like right there, right at the front of the building, I just ended up not liking that after a while, and I just did not keep that. And so I just wanted to put like a little neon sign there maybe, but then I just uh, decided not to do that because the little neon sign above the kitchen door looked a lot better to me. And what am I doing? Okay, now I'm doing the outside walls and like a look of those with bricks and woods, paneling, whatever I use. I'm not exactly sure what it's called that I use. Then I'm just copying the bathroom again because I didn't want to go through all that work of like like what's the word? Like this isn't the word I'm looking for, but remaking the bathroom again on that side. I just like decided to copy it like I did with the tower and like switch the furniture around a little bit. But that's gonna bother me now. I can't think of the word I was trying to think of. Okay, but anyways, I'm just putting in more light so I can have a little bit more light back here. But it's starting to get that more um, dark ambience that I'm going for. Now I want to put a long table back here for like the large families that come. And I kind of like these chairs, but then they didn't look like old enough to me. Like I want to kind of have like a rustic feel in here as well. Like I was going for a lot here, but the major thing was like Halloween. Like a Halloween restaurant that you go to like all year. That was like the goal here. And I wanted to put like stuff on the tables to make it seem a little bit more like a real restaurant. But those condiments didn't really go with the colors here. And then I forgot toilet paper when I was searching for paper towels, so I put some toilet paper back in the bathroom. And then I even put a toddler toilet because I know that there's not many toddlers in the game unless you make them yourself. But I just thought, just in case you bring a toddler here. Oh, and that was my notifications thing that just popped up on the side. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just putting in some fall leaves and a candle, and I thought to even put the toddler chair, because if you're bringing a toddler, like where are they gonna sit? Like I find it really weird that the toddlers can't order off the menu though, because I experimented with bringing a toddler to a restaurant, and they couldn't order off the menu. Like that's a little bit weird, but I just had the mom give her some food. And then I just put a painting on the wall over there. I actually really love that painting. I think it came with Seasons, and it's a really gorgeous painting. And then here's this painting that came with Die Now, I think actually, that the pack that I'm using to make this restaurant, and see how like the men and women bathroom, it just has different color painting, but it's like the same painting. Alright, and now I'm just putting in some railings, or I did put a railing out there, or something like that. Okay, now I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do the seating over here, because I need more seating than just that one long table back there and the ones in the towers. So I was going to do tables, like that was what I was thinking in my head, tables originally underneath the stairs, but then I thought that booths looked a little bit better when I started putting them down, just experimenting. And then I made the stairs a little bit wider so they would cover the booth, so it would be a little bit more sheltered from like the front of the restaurant. And I was going to just keep white booths, so it's not like completely just black, black, black everywhere. But later on I did change them to black booths because I think it looks a lot better in the end. And the bathroom door where they were, like, it was just overcrowding with the seats. I'll go back to that later, but right now I'm just doing the back, and I want to have like a little spot that wishing well, and maybe like a fountain back here, like just a little spot where you can go escape from like all the craziness in the restaurant, and if it's loud or something, and just the Sims want to come out here to relax. And so I just put some trees, some tree cover, some bushes back here, and I was trying to make like a really cool path, but it just didn't work out, and I just ended up doing like a straight path from the stairs to the end of the lot, and I tried to make it like fade away from the end of the lot so it didn't just like abruptly stop at the end of the lot. Yeah, I was just putting in some trees there, and now I'm putting in some more windows because even though it's supposed to be like haunted and dark, like you gotta still have your windows. Like you just gotta have your windows because it just makes it feel so stuffy and less enjoyable if there's not enough windows, if you know what I mean. And I'm just putting some more tables back there, so if two Sims want to come there together. And I like the white flowers because it kind of makes it like there's a little bit of contrast. And see, I changed the booth back to black, and I'm putting all the little table accents on. And yeah, what I was saying about the bathroom doors, it's like they were too close to the tables, and so later on I just ended up switching them to the other side of the wall. You'll see what I mean later. And wow, we're already in 19 minutes of this video. Oh. Alright. So see, I changed the where the door was for the bathroom, and then I just put like signs directing the Sims to where the bathroom was, even though any lot they go on, the Sims automatically know where the toilet is. It's kind of weird. But And then I'm just putting like a little sign there, you know, to differentiate from men and women, you know, just like a little neon sign, because I like the neon signs in restaurants. And I'm putting some pumpkins back here because it makes it look more like Halloween or fall style, if you know what I mean. And I'm saying if you know what I mean a lot. I keep on saying the same phrases over and over and over. I'm so sorry about that, but it's just really hard to do these types of videos. Like, it's a lot harder than I thought. Now I'm putting some orange accents out here on the front desk by the hostess station, and I wanted a tip jar, but they didn't have a tip jar, at least not that I know of, and so I just put a little orange cookie jar there, so like if you're on your way out and you didn't get dessert, you can just grab a cookie and take that home as your little dessert. And I deleted that light, and so it's a little bit dark here for now, like just for a little bit, but because that light was too big, I think, for me to actually build good in here. And yeah, the upstairs was a bit bare, so we're gonna see the completed upstairs eventually. Alright, now I'm putting some tombstones, like those decorative Halloween fake glowing tombstone things. Just, you know, to make it seem more Halloween-like. And I mean, this is what I'm uploading the video for. This is what I'm doing this for, like, for Halloween, like. And, you know, I'm so sorry that we have not uploaded anything in a super long time, but it's just we've been so busy with school and all kinds of things going on my birthday, and just all kinds of things going on. And I thought, what better thing to do than upload a super cool Halloween video. And so, since I don't want to do like those yearly annual Animal Jam things, like, you know, doing the Halloween adventure, doing the Halloween this, it's like the same thing every single year. So I decided to do something different with this Sims 4 Halloween restaurant speed build, instead of just like an Animal Jam Halloween den or the Halloween Animal Jam adventure. Like, I do those same things every single year. It's like kind of how the Animal Jam YouTuber thing goes. But I decided to do something different this year, and hopefully my sister will be up to making some videos soon. I know that she wants to, but we're just not sure when. So just be on the lookout for that. And right now I'm just working on more of the outside deck. And I was trying to figure out like what I want to do for a big sign, because that's like a lot of open space on the front of the building. I want to put some type of sign or billboard there. I mostly want a neon sign so you could like see this and us from far away. And if you notice the little jump cut there, that's because this is an entirely new day or a new time that I'm recording, something like that. Like, this might be the same day, but yeah. And now I found that these little lanterns, like, I had no idea that these lanterns even existed. I think they came with seasons. And I just found those little, like, lanterns with, like, these Halloween pumpkin faces on it and skeletons, and I was like, yes, that's, like, the perfect outdoor decoration instead of just the plain old tombstones and pumpkins. And then it makes it a little bit more, like, glowy and stuff, and it looked a little bit too dark at night, I thought, so I put some lights out on the front there. And now I want to do a roof back here, like, instead of just leave it flat. Like, that's what I was going to do, but then it just didn't look right, so I decided to put some roofs back here to make them, like, flatter roofs, so they're not, like, super tall, but then I actually ended up making them tall so you could see them from the front of the building, because it just did not look right to have just, like, no roof back there, like, that you couldn't see. Like, I don't know. So I just want to put some floor lights up there so, like, the Sims that are sitting outside at nighttime can see out there a little bit better. And now I'm just doing some landscaping. I know that most people normally wait till like the very end of the build to do landscaping, but I kind of like to do landscaping a little bit early on in the build. Like, not super early, but maybe like in the middle of the build. Like, for some reason, I just don't like waiting until the very end of the build to do landscaping. Like, I like doing the landscaping first. Like, one of the first things, sort of. I was just gonna say, if you know what I mean, but then I didn't want to keep on doing that over and over. And I want to put some sort of menu thing out here, but I already did on the wall, and so I just left it like that. And then I put some lights here so like the employees can see, and I thought that these chandelier lights were actually really good because they kind of have that orange glow. Like, you know, you think of Thanksgiving and Halloween. It just gives you this like warm orange glow feeling. Like if you had to describe Halloween or Thanksgiving in like a room sense, like you'd think warm pumpkin smells and warm orange glows, and that's just what those lights gave to me. And I just put some more decor in the kitchen because, you know, I just thought, why not fill that bare wall. And I'm just putting some curtains on the windows, and I couldn't figure out the curtains on the back of the building at first, so I'll figure it out later. Like, see, I'm not that skilled of a builder, but I'm learning. I mean, we've only had The Sims for like about a year now. And then I just put some ottomans and like a little coat hanger there, so you can, like, the Sims could put their coats and things there and sit there if there's like a long line at the hostess station. Now I'm just have more of those lights upstairs so I can see while I'm building, and now I'm finally getting to the upstairs portion, yay. And I wasn't really sure how I want to place the seats up here because it is kind of scrunched, but I ended up working it out by downsizing the balcony to look over. And I decided to put these fire things out here. Like, I wanted to put them out here, but I wasn't sure where, so I just put them in front of the tower window, so if somebody's sitting in there, they can look outside and see a fire, and they'll feel warm and cozy while they are in like a Halloween costume or something. Alright, I want to put something on the wall over here, but I wasn't sure what. I did not want to overload this place with paintings. So I actually found these really cool tree branch, like these glowy tree branch things you put on the wall that came with Dine Out. And I put a little wall divider there thing, and so the seat's just not like, the stairs are not just like abruptly right by it, so like there's like a little bit of differentiation. And then I put some dark brown tables in here, and I just am putting on the table accents again for each of the tables, because I wanted each of the tables to be a little bit like different, like in their own sense, but like have the same type of table accents on each. And what am I doing next? I think I might do more seating. Or no, I'm changing the size of the balcony overlook because so there's more room up here. And now the tree is kind of clipping into the wall over here, but while you're in live mode, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, I noticed, or at least I don't think so. So I just decided to leave it and deal with building over there the best I could. And it's a little bit dark until I get the lights over here. And that was just a notification from one of my games. And that just popped up on the side. Yeah, I'm just doing more accents again. And wow, this video is so long to do a voiceover for in one sitting, but you know, it's okay. Now I wanted to do another long table because there could be more than one large family at this restaurant at one time. You never know. But I did not want to do it in the middle because then it would be really overcrowding the whole place. And so I just did it against the wall, which I thought was kind of weird. Like, if you're sitting across from the wall, like, you just have a wall to stare at while you're eating. But I mean, it's really not that bad. And then I just put more curtains up here because I figured out how to do it. But, like, the curtains and the speakers are going to be, like, clipping through the walls a little bit. Like, clipping through the ceilings and the floors, you know. But it's fine. It does not take away from the build at all. Like, if I didn't say anything and you guys were not that observative, I don't think you'd notice it. So, like, the curtains clipping and the speakers clipping through the ceilings is not that big of a deal, to me at least. And then I'm just putting, like, a barrier around the stairs so, like, Sims don't fall down the stairs from that. Like, I know they can't, but, like, you know, you just want to do like that. And then I was just going to keep the walls like that with the tower, but then I thought, what would be even cooler is to have, like, a little overlook from the top of the tower on the second floor looking down. And, so that's what happened there. And I actually really like how that turned out. So the Sims can just go over there and look down at the people eating in the tower and be like, hi. I don't know. Alright, and now I'm just putting I was just putting some more black wallpaper, then just duplicating tables and chairs like how the other side is on this side as well, and putting some lights in, the table accents. I feel like I'm putting in so many table accents, but I have lots of tables in this relatively small area. I mean, it's not, like, this restaurant is not small by any means, but it's like not that spacious, so I actually have a lot of tables. Like, I'm utilizing this space very well, I think. And I want to put a painting there so you're not just staring at a black wall. And I decided to go with those random Sims photos instead of that wall painting. That's what my sister voted for. Because then it's kind of like, you know, those haunted paintings, you know, that people seem to have in haunted houses of just like random Sims. And you know how like the eyes move and stuff, you know, stuff like that. And so I just put those there on both walls. And even though it's a bit creepy, we're still sitting across and you're like staring at some random people, you know, it's fine. Then I just put these cherry blossom things here, and I know there's cherry blossoms in that spring, but I didn't want to keep on duplicating that orange painting from downstairs, so I just put this red painting up here with the red cherry blossoms because like it looks the most like a fall painting, like because of the red, like, and there's red leaves and yeah, stuff like that. So right now I'm just trying to type the name because I had no idea what to call this place. Like, because it's not a bistro, I kind of like contemplated that name before, but that's but this place is not bistro. I don't like, pretty sure I know what a bistro is, and that's not what it is. Yeah, so I just left the haunted eatery, but now I'm putting in some spooky speakers because what better way to make it make the ambience around feel more like Halloween than put spooky speakers in. And then I just put a romantic speaker out here to like mix it up, you know, and so there's not just spooky music everywhere. And then I just saved it here because I had to log off, I think, at this point. So it's going to be a new day, or just like later on in the day that I'm recording in a little bit. So yeah, and I just wanted to make sure how the roofs looked, and that's in the picture, so that's why I made the roofs taller so you could see them, and that looked better in the picture. And yeah, so I'm just putting in some of the library gallery credentials, and now I am actually doing the employee uniform. So this is getting to like the really end part of the build. Like, I think I'm actually done with the main part of the build. I actually just went in and put in a few last minute touches off camera and before I did this, I think. So this is actually going to be the last part of the whole build video, I think. And so I decided to do purple colored, like purple and black uniforms for the women employees and like red and black uniforms for the male employees. So that's what I'm just doing here. I'm just putting all the outfits on a mannequin and create a sim. Yeah, just making the uniforms for the chef, waiters, and hosts or hostesses. And I was just contemplating a lot of different style outfits, but I think I'm really happy with the ones that I chose. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Not really much to talk about once I've told you about the thing. Yeah, but I was trying to maybe get like a hat for the waiter, but for the waitress, but none of the hats really looked good with the outfit, so I just left it. Like, I want to have like maybe have them have like a little Halloween costume thing, but yeah, I just left it as like a plain waiters and waitresses outfit, either red or purple. Now I'm doing the hostesses and the host, I think, or no, I'm going back and then changing the waiters because I didn't have the same exact one as the females, like the same style. And so now I'm going to go do the hosts and the hostesses outfit. So now I'm doing the hostess, and Yeah, it was kind of hard for me to choose what outfit to do for the hostess, but the one I came up with, what I think I really like. I ended up doing that, and it's not exactly purple, but it's like a magenta sort of color, so I just decided to do that. I put white tights on her, but you can't really tell because the mannequin's white. And then I just decided to keep a suit for this guy because I couldn't really find a good full body hostess outfit. They all look like waitress outfits and chef outfits, so I just ended up going back and keeping what they originally had. I think just changing the pants because the pants looked way too tight. So, yeah, but I changed it to red. Or actually, no, I think I changed the top a little bit. No, yeah, I did not keep what the Sims had there, but I changed them a little bit. But I still kept it like the suit style that they were going for. Because, yeah, like I said, there wasn't really many good full body host outfits that I thought looked very good. And now I'm making the menu, which was, don't tell me about it. Like, wait, what? Is that the right term? Okay, tell me about it. It was, no, I don't know if that's the right term, whatever. But it was really kind of hard to make the menu because there's so many good items that came, like menu items that came with Dine Out. I just want to put on so many, and there's only a maximum of 30 limit for each food category, like drinks, appetizers, main course, and dessert. Like, you can only put 30 of each item. I know that sounds like plenty, but there's like so many food items you can choose from. I just had such a hard time choosing what to put on the menu, and I put like a lot of the easier items and a lot of the harder items as well because they like kind of matched up with the Halloween theme, like the Halloween creepy, weird food style thing. And so I'm making the menu, like I've said before, and it just took me like a really long time. The only thing I wish that was different about menu making was that you could see how many items you're putting on the menu. Like, they only tell you when you can't have any more, when you've maxed out to 30. I would like to have like a little counter on the side that says, like, if I clicked on several items, it would say like, oh, you've put on 10 items so far, instead of me being told like, right when I'm at 30, like, oh, sorry, you're at 30, and I'm like, wait, I was still gonna put on more, and I didn't even realize I was at 30. So yeah, I just wish they had like a little counter thing where you could tell how many items you had on your menu at the exact moment, and you didn't have to wait till you were at 30 to know. Besides that, the menu making is actually really cool, and a lot of these menu items are really good. And this video is actually almost over, you guys. This flew by. Like, I thought it was going to take forever, but this video, like this, me doing this voiceover thing, it just flew by, honestly. I'm already on dessert, making the dessert. And at the end of the video, I'm going to have a few pictures of the restaurant, and I actually ended up having Bella, Mortimer, and Cassandra, and what's the boy's name? Oh, great, now I can't remember the boy's name. Malcolm, was it? No, oh, great, I can't remember the little boy's name. But the Goth family. I had the Goth family, like, you know, the whole entire, just the Sims, I think they've been in every single Sims game, almost. They're like the iconic Sims family. The Goth family. Oh, Alexander, yeah, I think that's his name. Alexander Goth is the little boy. And then there's Bella, Mortimer, and Cassandra. And so I just had them actually own the restaurant. And now I'm just filling out the final credentials to put it in my library. And by the time I upload this video, I should have this restaurant on the gallery, and my username, my sister's username on there is LuckySimmer10, so you can go find it there. And if it's not there, just let me know in the comments. And here's the pictures, and oh my gosh, here's the front. This video is almost over. Oh, here's the kitchen. I'm just gonna wrap this stuff up. Oh no. So I just want to let you guys know to like, comment, and subscribe before I go. And this video was actually really fun to do, and yeah, it's a lot harder than it looks to, well, than it sounds to wrap up a video when you've just been talking on and on and on and on. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this very much, even if it was a little bit long for your taste, or if you wanted this to go on longer, you know. I don't know what I'm going for here. Anyways, yeah, so here's the pictures, and this video is gonna end any second, I think. So, just have a fantastic day, and, bye!